I watched the Filipino dub for all of them.
Okay, alright, awesome.
So if it's something that's Japanese, that got cut in the English version, I probably saw it. In
Alright.
fact, I'm wondering how they handled a lot of it in the censored version because I don't remember.
Yeah, like,
There's a lot to deal with.
there's a lot. Oh boy. So it's like starting off like, so Mel Cedramon just dies. And
Yeah,
like
but we covered
Waymon
that
just,
last time.
yeah,
That
alright, we covered this, alright.
Yeah, that technically isn't part of this episode because we were going on the assumption that people watch the sub.
Wait, I don't know. Like, I'm going under the
Well, I
assumption
mean,
they, yeah.
it ends off better if they beat Siegramon in the last episode.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah,
Middle
so,
Siegramon.
right, Mel
Sorry.
Cedron. Yeah, yeah. So like Waymon just dies.
Yeah.
And like Warground and the dub is just like, so much for your chrome Digizoid armor. Looks like it's just got a little rusty. And commentary mon's just like, next time you want to rule the wires, take a bubble bath instead.
Ugh.
And it's like, holy crap, like Waymon just died.
Yeah, I grew up with the dub, and I would defend it. It's like, whatever, the dub's silly, but that's what I grew up with. After like watching the Filipino version, which is more true to the original, I'm actually just kind of like, ugh.
Yeah. It's just
the
like,
dub dialogue is bad.
oh man, like Waymon's corpse is still fresh, and you're just like just verbally styling all over this dead sea dragon.
Gotta make jokes. The kids love jokes.
Just gotta S out that style meter. Gotta get your taunts in. So yeah, it's like the dead day is just absorbed towards Spiral Mountain and stuff, and like there's a weird line in here in like the sub where it's like, oh yeah, we defeated the evil that was controlling the water because we beat like Mel Cedramon, so the ocean is disappearing.
Yeah, it's because Mel Cedramon was like in control of that aspect or whatever.
Yeah, and like the dub, they just like, I forget what they replace it with, but they just like don't say that. They're just like, oh look, the ocean's gone. Because I guess kids wouldn't understand the super Japanese concept of just like, evil being just like a vague force in the universe.
I don't remember how they say it in the Filipino version. It's something like the water's disappearing.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's kind of weird. It's like, it's not disappearing. It'd be more accurate to say it's returning to like the actual ocean.
Yeah, like they're, putting the oceans back the way they were, basically. Yeah, and like the water disappears from Spiral Mountain. It's just like, oh yeah, it is made of like different materials, isn't it? Alright. Yeah. I guess wood is next.
More like less wood, more like nature.
Yeah, that makes a bit more sense actually.
Yeah, like plant life and such.
So like in the dub, everyone just starts like cheering as Mimi is making like actual graves with like crosses for their dead friends.
Are they crosses in the dub? Or are they just like
yeah,
sticks?
They're surprisingly crosses.
Wow.
I'm kind of amazed they got away with it. Because like usually in dubs like this, they like censor out every religious reference they can find.
I mean, they heavily reference the number of the beast and like Revelations and like all that stuff in the previous arc. So
I guess there's cutting like a references to like like foreign religions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Mimi's just like making their little like Digifriend graves, and there's like, oh hey, what's this? And she's like, oh, I'm making graves for like Pixie-mon and Chewmon and like Wizardmon stuff. And Ty's just,
I think it's weird that they're mounds because there's no body in them.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like,
she just wants like something for closure. I think.
oh sure, but she could have put the crosses there without without building like mounds.
Yeah. Oh well.
It's just I don't know. It's just a strange detail
Yeah.
because the data just scatters when they die. There's no
Yeah, like the data
physical
scatters
things
and it goes to
buried.
Spiral Mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah, I think this is like the first time they like directly established that like dead Digimon come back. Outside of like, when like Angemon turned into an egg after Devimon.
Do they mention that?
Yeah, cause like I think I mentioned it's like, hey, don't worry, they'll just like come back in like a different form, and it's just like this weird offhanded thing.
Is that in the sub?
I think so. I don't remember exactly.
Huh. I don't remember getting that.
Yeah,
Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention. I don't know.
I know. Yeah, so it's like, Ty's just like, yeah, alright, we just have to, like, keep going for our friends and stuff, and Matt's like, geez, Ty, like, their bodies are still warm, you friggin' jerk.
I don't know. I think Ty's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Sitting there, and like mourning them isn't good. Like they're kind of on a time limit.
Yeah, like, Ty's totally in the right, he's just like, in the sub he says, yeah, we have to, like, beat the Dark Masters so their memories, like, won't be for, like, nothing or whatever.
Yeah. It's not like
Yeah.
Ty is dismissing their sacrifices. It's more like, okay, well, we need to do something to avenge them.
Yeah.
Like
But
things are
Matt
bad. We
also
gotta
is like
stop this.
yeah, sorry. But Matt also is like a really good point because he's like, we know you're right, but like we've been fighting nonstop and like everyone's just like worn out right now. Like we need a moment.
True. True. That is all they've done since they returned.
Yeah, like it's weird because like with how things are set up, you expect like, oh yeah, they go to the real world. So obviously this is like, the darker, more like quote unquote realistic arc and stuff. And like it kind of was, but it's like, no, this is the real dark one.
Yeah, this is where things are getting serious.
Yeah, like the real world arc was just sort of like it was just sort of kind of dry, but it was like kind of like not that far off. This is where things are getting like super legit.
Yeah.
It's like they go back to the digital world, and within like about 24 hours, I'd say, they've witnessed like 4 different character deaths. And they've all been for people they like personally care about.
Yeah.
Like
And
it's
it's all and they've like all been to like sacrifices to save them.
yeah, like specifically. Like all we're missing is Leomon, and we'll have like, a straight bingo on like just allies we care about.
Oh, I'm sure we'll get there.
So like yeah, Todd and Matt get to a fight because Matt's just like, come on, man, just like give us a minute. And Ty's like, no, but like logic though. I think it's at this point that I've kind of like realized, like, oh yeah, that is like weird. Because like Matt's the rival, but he's like always been like the like more cautious one, but the more emotional one. And it's usually like one or the other, right?
Yeah. It I don't know. The way Matt acts in these episodes, I think is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Like and Mimi too. Like I get where they're coming from, but
Yeah, this is like
and I understand they got to take a break. They've been fighting since they got back, but
yeah. Well, yeah, before then, really.
yeah,
Because, like, they're fighting non-stop with, like, the Myosmon stuff, too.
yeah. It's just that sitting around isn't going to help anyone.
Yeah.
And heck, I doubt. Like, I'm sure that Ty is just like, okay, we gotta go fight. Like, we gotta go find him. But, like, I don't know. How much energy does it take to walk in the general direction of where their next enemy might be?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like, because Ty's, like, way too rash, but he's also, like, completely logical here.
Yeah,
And it's, like, a weird combination. It's, like, it's usually, like, like, oh, you have, like, the cold, logical one, like, the hot blood, like, emotional one, right?
yeah,
But yeah, it's, like, that's just before that trope was really, like, firmly established, so it's, like, a bit of a weird, like, difference here. So yeah, they, like, uh, right, yeah, so I know that. And like they walk off and like Kyrie's just like, oh hey, what's that
Kari.
voice? Oh well, I guess it's nothing.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
like 2 episodes from now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I just realized that it takes a bit, doesn't it?
Like a bit.
I guess 2 episodes isn't that bad though.
Yeah. For like a sub like this, it's like fairly fast, I feel like. But yeah, so like there's walking through the forest and like just Tar cuts to like, I think like Puppetmon just in his little like playhouse castle or whatever. Is like
Also,
goofy, yeah,
oh, as I say, also known in the original version as Pinocchimon.
yeah, which is like a bit more relevant later on for weird reasons. Yeah, he just shows up and like just Tom with Kiwimon and like Kiwimon's got this weirdly flamboyant voice in the dub. Like, I guess the idea is he's meant to be like a posh butler, but he just sounds very like very coded flamboyant, you know?
Yeah, in the Filipino dub, Kiwimon kind of sounds like a girl, actually.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah. Puppetmon sounds really close to his English voice, though.
Yeah,
They they
like,
kind they kind of had the same idea for his voice.
yeah. As there wasn't really much of a need to really like deviate from like the goofy voice, anyways, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, so like going through woods, like Puppetmon's like, yeah, they need to like get here faster, and reveals he has like a remote that just controls like the direction sections of the forest move in. And it's like a weird like treadmill thing.
yeah. Which I thought was weird until we brought up the whole like they control different aspects of the mountain
Yeah.
or like of the world, and it's like, oh, he controls nature, so he's got a literal remote that does that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because Puppetmon is a nature type Digimon.
And Mel Seedramon probably is his own remote.
I it's just that he knows the ocean better than anyone else or something.
That's like the idea of like Mel Seedramon just holding a remote control with his goofy like just dragon fins. And just like just try to like hit buns with it.
That kind of reminds me, it's not really related, but like in the last set of 3 we watched, did you notice that the way Metal Seedramon travels on land is he kind of like coils himself up in a weird shape and he floats around? It's
that's
really
just
weird
sort
looking.
of like, I don't know, I guess that's just how he flies.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dude's got to get around if there's no water, so he just floats.
Yeah. I feel like this makes like way more sense than it does for Pokemon because he's like a mega level, right?
Yeah, so he's just floating around with this power.
Yeah. It's not like your Horsey's just like flying around, like he's an actual thing.
Yeah. Also, anytime you see Geodude floating, it's bullcrap because Geodude doesn't float.
Wait, it doesn't? Oh, right, yeah, because
No.
it doesn't have Levitate.
It does not. Geodude, if it was accurate, would be on the ground and moving around with its arms.
Holy crap, you're right.
Yep, or rolling.
Well, I guess like that would count for like Magnemite too, wouldn't it?
Magnemite. Magnemite's Pokedex entry says it floats with magnetism.
Eh. It doesn't levitate either, though.
No, but the Pokedex entry says that it floats with
Says
magnetism.
that it does the thing.
It doesn't need levitate.
Alright.
Like, it doesn't work for Geodude because it isn't like Geodude floats around or whatever.
Yeah. I don't know, that's like a weird thing thinking about, I think. Cause like, I kind of see the logic, but at the same time, it's like, eh. Eh.
I
I mean,
mean, it
it's.
makes perfect sense to me.
Mm, yeah. I'll call them a bit of a wash, I feel like. So yeah, like Puppetmon just starts controlling the forest. A just like has these little voodoo dolls that uses to just like actively fuck with people.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on, Yoshkias? Yoshikis? Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Hey, Yoshi.
Oh, right, Yoshi. Alright, yeah. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, so Papa just starts screwing with them. And he's just like, lifting their dolls around. Like, for some reason, when he lifts a thing up and puts it in a different place, it's a teleport. But if he holds it in the air, it's a float.
I feel like he probably chooses what it does.
Yeah, probably.
Like, if he moves it far enough, then it just teleports for convenience. Like, the data probably moves easier that way or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because it's all data.
Yeah. And math sucks.
Yeah.
Just responding to like the comment.
Oh, yeah, math does suck. I mean, yeah, it's just, I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
I do want to point out something that happens with the moving forest floor. I don't remember at what point it happens, but they jump off of the moving part of the floor because it's like, okay, well, yeah, if they don't want to go that way, then they just get off the part that's moving, and then the other part starts moving.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's good.
And they're just like, oh yeah, like maybe we should be going towards this path that's moving because that probably leads to Puppetmon, doesn't it?
Yeah, and that's great for Ty because Ty wants to go.
This episode is like a lot of fun, goofy bull crap.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, so Puppetmon's just like screwing with them. And he's tickling that underage boy and all that.
I think Puppetmon is supposed to be a kid too.
I think so. But like
he
champions are called adult
for...
level in the sub.
What?
Yeah, and the sub champions are called adult level.
Well, that's not really relevant, or at least not like. I mean, that's just. I don't think they named it with the Digimon's actual age in mind.
Yeah,
not that
like
it matters. They're data.
Yeah, Puppetmon's
like,
at least like presented like he's more childlike than the ours, at least.
Well, there's a ton of moments where he's like, "Oh yeah, adults suck. I hate adults."
Are there? I feel like I missed that.
Well, in the Filipino dub, jumping ahead a little bit, when he takes care of Cherrymon, he's like, "Yeah, I hate when adults tell me what to do."
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't there in like the sub at all.
Huh. So maybe the Filipino dub just took some liberties.
Yeah. Maybe it was like, he was like talking in like a childish way or something,
Yeah.
And it's like hard to know for sure, really.
Yeah. We'll talk more about that when we get to it.
But yeah, so it's around this point that it's like Matt just gets like super worried about TK, and TK's just like, no, just like don't worry about me, worry about like everyone else. I can take care of myself. Like specifically it's like TK's getting kind of fed up of Matt just sort of like, looking after him all the time and just treating him like a child. And Matt's just like, oh.
But I mean, he is.
Yeah.
Like, I get the idea is that TK he's mature and he knows how to take care of himself in this dangerous world, but also he is like 6 years old or something.
Yeah,
and like most 6-year-olds would be like, I can take care of myself. I'm a big kid or whatever. Like,
yeah,
I kind of get where Matt's coming from.
Like, the sub specifically says something like, along the lines of, like, no, you should, like, be concerned about everyone, not just me.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, he is, like, way more protective of him than, like, everyone else for obvious reasons, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they, like, they're getting screwed with by Puppetmon, and Puppetmon just shows up.
Yeah,
And he's like,
hey kid, you want to play a game?
yeah, you want to play War? And TK's just like, this is in the sub. Like, TK's just like, wait, what? And Puppetmon just, like, pulls out an effing, like, machine gun.
Yeah, he pulls out like a friggin' SMG and tosses it to him.
Yeah, like, TK's just like, holy crap, it's actually heavy. And he drops it and just starts firing. And he's like,
And he's
oh,
like,
jeez,
oh.
it's a real gun.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's freaking real.
Yeah, I forgot to see it. It's like when Puppetmon's just like screwing around. There's like a point where, he just like reaches into his treasure chest and he just pulls out like a pistol. And Puppetmon's just like, oh yeah, I'll load this up with my dum-dum bullets. And he's like,
That's what they call it in the Filipino dub too.
Yeah.
Dum-dum bullets.
He's just like, yeah, if you shoot someone in the stomach with this, you can see, like, straight through the hole. And it's like, jeez.
Oh god, they're hollow points.
Holy crap. Like, they're pretty powerful bullets, honestly. And of course, like, the dub just cut, like, every single instance of a gun out. Because holy crap.
Does he just hold nothing up?
Like, I think they just cut around the scene. Like, they show him digging through the chest, and they cut to, like, Kiwimon talking or something.
Ah, okay. Because yeah, there's a lot of instances of Puppetmon and TK running around with guns. And
yeah.
I'm sitting here like, how do they censor all of this without...
I really should have, like, went back and checked that out, but I just didn't have the time for it. Because, like, they did a good job of censoring that crap. When he's, like, running around with a gun, like, you don't notice.
It's so weird. At one point, he's pointing the pistol... Or, he's pointing the pistol at TK, like, you're looking through the barrel of the gun.
Yeah! It's like a total James Bond moment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, also... I don't know if he does it in the sub, but in the thing I watched, when he pulls out the gun, he's like, ah, yes, a 44 Magnum.
Yeah, he totally, like names it.
Yeah, very specifically. He's like, ah, yeah, 44 Magnum, this would be good.
It's like Puppetmon just approaches TK in the forest, and he just, like, gives him an effing gun. And he's like, hey, kid, let's play War.
Yeah, he gives him a gun because the game's gotta be fair.
Yeah. And, like, Matt's just like, oh, hey, leave him alone. And he just, like, ties up Matt, and TK's like, alright, I'll go with you, just don't hurt my brother. Because, like, you would totally kill him right now. So, like, TK just goes with Puppetmon, who just starts, like, chasing him around and shooting an effing gun at him.
Yeah.
Like, legit.
And weirdly enough, Puppetmon goes to shoot at him, and he fires like the chamber's empty.
Yeah.
So he's screwing with him.
Like, he runs out of bullets, and he's like, oh yeah, I forgot to reload, and he just, like, starts slowly doing his. TK just runs off.
No, not even. This is like when he first gets there. Like, he's got TK, like, in his sights, and he goes to shoot, and TK freaks out, and then the gun just clicks. And he's like, man, you gotta move faster.
Yeah. In the sub, he says, like, oops, I have bullets or something.
Well, that happens later.
Oh, is that, like, a different thing?
Yeah,
Alright, I'm probably misremembering it then.
Yeah, they're in the upstairs hallway, and he fires a bunch of shots at TK, and he's like, alright, I'm gonna end this, and he goes to fire it. comics. He's like, oh, stand still while I reload.
Yeah.
TK's like, he's totally gonna kill me.
So like TK just goes to hide. Is like, Paimon just finds the remote and stuff. Like, yeah, in the dub, like in the English version, like TK just hides behind a door and he's like, oh hey, don't tell Puppetmon I'm over here. And he hides and like Puppetmon shows up and they're just like, oh yeah, he's not over there. And Puppetmon's like, alright, I'll go check somewhere else then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they cut around it.
Oh, man.
In
So
the
they just removed that whole scene.
yeah. And this stuff, like, it goes in there and, like, TK says the same thing, like, hides, and
Don't
Puppetmon's
tell him
just...
where I am.
Yeah. Puppetmon's like, oh, hey, where is he? There's like, oh, he's over there. And he, like, goes to look, and, like, TK's run off and hits somewhere else in the meantime.
He goes behind the door.
Yeah. So
And
Puppetmon's just like, I hate liars, and he just like kills them with his effing gun as TK watches.
yeah, so that's great. We wanted some context for that, and we got it.
It's such a good app context scene. This Puppetmon just like, guys, effing gun. He's like, I sure hate liars, just like bang bang. Effing murders a dude.
Hey, they shouldn't have sold TK out. He asked them not to, and they did anyways.
Yeah.
They tried.
It's like, yeah, it's kind of a weirdly important scene because it shows that it's like, oh yeah, Puppetmon doesn't see these guys as friends. They're just sort of like, just like tools to be disposed of.
In the version I watched, whenever TK comes in, they refer to him as a new toy.
Yeah.
So I assume it's the same idea for these other Digimon that he just doesn't care about.
Yeah, he's just, he's just using them, and when they're not useful or, like, fun, he just gets rid of them.
Yep.
So, like, TK escapes, and he gets caught by Puppetmon again. And TK's like, oh crap, I'm going to die.
And this is the scene.
Yeah, this is where he, reloads.
Yeah. Which I thought was funny. He's like, okay, so still while I reload real quick.
Yeah.
It's
like he's totally ready and willing to kill this child. And he's like, nah, just give me a sec.
I mean, apparently he could have done so earlier. When he had the voodoo dolls, he's like, Kiwimon's like, we could just wipe them all out right now. And then Puppetmon actually says that. He's like, I could just take them out right now. Kiwimon's like, but then you wouldn't have anyone to play with. And I'm like, they're both idiots.
I'm like, are they though? Because
yes.
Puppetmon's goal here is just to have fun and screw around. And he accomplishes it.
Okay, but because of this, spoilers, the Dark Masters lose.
Yeah. Well, eventually.
I'm just getting a constant, there's a constant theme of the Dark Masters being hilariously incompetent.
There's a constant theme of plot armor. Just like, oh, we can't kill the characters because plot.
Despite the fact that Puppetmon, from everything we saw him do with those voodoo dolls, he could probably just do his big special move on the voodoo dolls and kill them all.
Yeah, probably.
It's so stupid.
Oh,
and
man.
It's not even, and it's weird because Puppetmon is originally the one who's like, nah, we oughta just kill them.
Was it? I thought that was Melcedramon.
No. In this episode, Puppetmon is like, I can wipe them all out right now.
Yeah.
And then Kiwimon says the thing. Yeah, and Kiwimon's like, but then you wouldn't have anyone to play with.
Right, yeah, alright, never mind, you're right. So yeah, there's
I'm just in disbelief at how incompetent they all seem to be. Paimon hasn't done anything particularly stupid yet, but I bet he will.
Pinemon will totally have a moment where he's just like, oh yeah, I could just shank TK, and he just chooses not to. Like, that's totally gonna happen.
It's
Like,
like,
there's
I'm a
no way
clown.
it won't.
I'm a clown. I have to do clown things.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Like, his every... Like, no, because, like... Devimon kind of had that moment, I feel like. Where he, like, splits them up. Elmon's the only villain who hasn't had that moment so far. The only, like, major villain.
Yeah, like... Devimon could have just killed them in their sleep. Instead of just splitting them up like that.
Like, Elmon is the most competent, like, effing villain in Series 1 so far. He's just surrounded by idiots.
Yeah, he seemingly loses just because, like, filth type Digimon are supposedly really weak, and he's classified as one.
It's not that, it's because he fuses with, like, the dark network and stuff, and it just, like, explodes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even with an attempt to get powerful like that, he still couldn't beat them.
Just surrounded by idiots. My school in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Like, if it wasn't for, like, Datamon just, like, screwing with his all-powerful dark network, Elmon would have, like, won so easily.
Yeah, maybe. Oh my god, I just carved 2 Xeno'jiiva gems and back to back. 3, what the crap? Sorry. It's carved 3 at a time. What the heck?
Wait, what?
You know, in Monster Hunter, like, the really rare crafting
materials. Gems are like a 1% chance or some crap.
Yeah, I just carved, like, 3 off of it.
Jeez, that's nuts.
Anyways, Digimon.
Alright, so... So, like, Puppetmon's like, alright, time to die, kid. And, like, TK's just sitting there, he's like, freak out. I like that in the sub, it's like, the danger music's just playing and stuff, and it just cuts out, he's like, hang on a sec.
Hang on a second. Puppetmon's, like, probably stupid. He didn't have to say it, but we all know he's thinking it.
Yeah. Like, have, like, the phrase in the dub, because TK's like, oh yeah, like, I'm getting really bored of this, I bet you don't even, like, I bet you can't even make friends.
He says some, well, okay, maybe that's what he says in the dub, but when I watched, he's like, oh, I'm bored of this game. Puppetmon's like, but this is the only game I play. And then he says,
really?
Like,
yeah, and the sub, he's just like, oh, what? Like, I'm not boring.
Yeah, and then he says something like, oh, I bet you don't have any other games because you don't have any friends or whatever.
Yeah, that's about how he says in, like, the sub, I think. He's like, oh yeah, you don't have any friends. In the dub, he says, I bet you can't even make friends. And, like, Puppetmon was like, I'll show you, and he runs off, and he literally makes a friend.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. That's actually a pretty good dub thing.
That's actually kind of clever.
Also, I like TK's facial expressions during this part.
Yeah.
Because he looks so smug.
Oh, like, so all Puppetmon's away literally making a friend, like, him and Pamon just go off and they break the remote, they, like, rip up the map, they take the dolls, and they just, like, run off to everyone else. And,
you don't see it until later, but he smashes the TV also.
Oh, really? Yeah, I missed that.
Yeah, when Puppetmon goes and sees it later, it's from the inside of the busted TV. You can see the shattered glasses, like, around
that's
the frame.
good.
Yeah.
So it's like, TK runs out, you see some, like, Puppetmon's minions just like, hey, should we say something? It's like, nah, let's not, Puppetmon might kill us.
Yeah, they're smart.
Yeah. Like, especially because, like, one of them's an ultimate. So they could have totally just killed TK. There's like, yeah, let's just not.
Well, it's like, well, if we fail, then yeah, Puppet will kill us. So let's just
Yeah,
keep
let's
our
just
heads
not get
down.
involved with this at all. Man, effing like Daramon. Just the goofy like peacock with like the bush tail.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah. So like I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, and like in Digimon World 2, like his special attack is that, he like turns around and he shoots like 2 eggs out of his butt. Cause he's a bird, right?
Yeah.
But because that's like his special attack animation, no, it's like every special attack you do, he just turns around and just shoots it out of his rear end. So like at supper I like taught him party time.
No.
It was so good. It's the dumb. He just like turns around, just like shakes his tail feathers, and just like the poop just flies out.
Amazing.
It's the dumbest crap. So like, TK makes it back to the group, and he's just like, "Hey, God. Wait, before he makes it back, like they're fighting Kiwimon. I forgot. Yeah,
Oh yeah, Kiwimon shoots little Kiwimons out of its mouth.
yeah, like his, like in the sub, his special attack is called Little Pecker.
Yeah,
Which is,
in the
yeah,
dub I watched, it's called like Pecker's Attack or something.
yeah. No, it's meant to be Lil Pecker. And like when he like shoots many versions of himself out, I get what they're going for because it's like a bird, so it's like, oh yeah, Pecker.
Yeah, no, the joke, we get, I get it, but it's really funny how they named it.
Yeah. Man, it's like they blow up the little birds. As they blow up, they make a weird squeaking noise, which implies they're sentient.
They do look like Kiwimon.
So yeah, you're just straight up murdering this thing's babies. And then they murder Kiwi Mom himself. While like, Matt's just like, no, we should like get information and stuff.
Yeah, Biomon digivolves to Bergermon and just annihilates him.
Just straight up. So like, they kill Kiwimon. And like, TK appears. And like, TK's just like, oh yeah, I like destroyed his like remote and stuff. I got back all these dolls and stuff. And I was like, oh man, TK, you're the best.
Yeah, the Matt's like, oh man, I'm a loser. And then he walks away.
Yeah, because he's like, oh, I guess TK really can handle himself. So what am I doing here?
Oh, there is a point. There is a point where Matt's like, no, we gotta go after TK. It's super important that we do it right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, you wouldn't understand, Ty. And it's like, he has a little sister who is in mortal danger throughout the last arc.
Yeah, like, just consistently. Like, she was kidnapped, everything.
Held at Scythe Point.
Yeah. By friggin' Phantomon.
Freaking Myotismon brought an army to hunt down his little sister. Like, what do you mean you wouldn't understand?
Like, they captured people with effing ghosts. He was going to feast on everyone's parents.
Yeah, Matt's really unlikable in this series of episodes.
Yeah, like he's just like, struggling, like he's an angsty kid basically. I feel like I have a bit like a higher tolerance to that than I probably should.
I mean, sure, but it doesn't it doesn't mean he's any less like intolerable.
Yeah, like he's just trying to find his purpose, and it's like a confusing time for him. He's just looking at it, he's like, oh yeah, everyone's like so brave and strong and stuff, and I'm still just like, just like the guy who protects TK and like throws his friends under the bus.
Yeah, and then even TK can take care of himself now.
Yeah. So yeah, like episode 44 just starts. It's like, Matt just like wanders off. And they're all just like, oh hey, where's Matt? We should probably search for him.
And like I mentioned in Discord, that Gabumon's Filipino voice actor is
Yeah.
his voice isn't great. He's doing the stereotypical like kind of growly voice,
Oh
but he,
boy.
but he also kind of sounds like really dopey.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
he's walking by and I was like, Yamato, wait. Like,
Oh my gosh. He's like the Cookie Monster or something.
that's a pretty good description.
Uh, that's one picture of like epic Gabumon just with like just going after the cookie, just like cookie.
Oh yeah, you wanted me to look at the picture you picked for.
Yeah.
Oh okay, yeah, it's TK holding the gun.
Yeah, just straight up.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So yeah, like episode 44. Just on note that's like the opening narrations, like Matt just like, oh yeah, Mel Cedron followed us from the Armbar channels. It was a fierce battle with our Digimon. In the middle of it all, he unleashed a river of power and hit Waymon with a devastating blast, where Greymon had no other choice but to use his Terror Force to put an end to Mel Cedron.
But
And it's
killed him
like, wait,
with Brave Tornado.
yeah, like, well, what's this no other choice thing about? Like, you were looking for him so you could, like,
Talk.
surfaced to fight.
Yeah,
You were prepared to kill this thing.
They weren't there to talk some sense into him.
Yeah. So, yeah, like, Matt just leaves the group, and he just comes across a Christopher Walken tree.
Oh god, they give him the quick Christopher Walken voice.
Yeah, it's like something like that. It sounds like it's meant to be that. Cause like, yeah, Cherrymon just like talked to Puppet Mind. He's like, yo, hey guys, like, let me deal with this, cause I think I like do something here.
Yeah, I can deal with this kid. You go deal with all the other ones.
Yeah. So like, Matt's sulking, and like Cherrymon shows up, and like they have a big conversation about like, Matt's like rolling the group, and Matt's just like, oh, I like, I will like become something else. I want to like change myself and all this stuff, and he's like, but it's like I just don't know what to do. And I don't know how to, like deal with all this stuff. Basically, just general like just angsty kid like life things. Just trying to like find an identity, basically. And Cherrybon's just just like, yeah, what you need to do is you need to like beat your rival so that you like become the true you and like find yourself.
Yeah, look into the mystical lake and see your rival.
Yeah. And he looks into the water and he like sees Ty's face, and Cherrymon's like, the lake reflects who's like deepest in your heart and stuff. So like, that's the person you must overcome, basically. And it's like, I feel like there's probably like something to that where it's like, maybe he does have these feelings, or like, maybe Ty's just important to him or something, and that's why he's in the lake. Because it doesn't seem like, yeah, it doesn't seem like Cherrymon's like manipulating it. That seems like, it's panned like that's legit.
Yeah, Cherrymon is probably just like, well, it's gonna be one of the kids he's traveling with, right?
Yeah. He's like, I think he just sort of like assumed it would be Ty, because, he's like, well, he's the Omega user, so of course.
Yeah. And suppose Cherrymon is like, oh, I know in the version I watch, he's like, I know everything. And he seems pretty knowledgeable about past events.
Yeah, and both like the sub and the dub, he says like, basically like, oh yeah, I'm not spying on you, I just know everything that happens in the forest.
Yeah, so he knows about events like when Ty and Matt first like fought each other, like went to full on fist fight mode.
Yeah. So like Cheiron's just like, he's aware of this crap, basically. Essentially.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like, like leads Matt on and he's like, oh yeah, you should like do this. And like Garon's like, no, like don't. Like Ty's your friend though.
And
So
then
Matt's
Matt's like,
just
but is he?
Huh?
But then Matt, no, he's not. I was like, then Matt's like, but is he though? But no, he's
Oh,
not.
I
Matt's
thought you said like, oh, is he? Is it like the character?
no. Matt, I for some reason I thought Matt did, but no, he doesn't. Matt is
Yeah.
actually like, no, Gabumon, you're right.
Matt's just sitting there like, nah, I kind of like Izzy better. Is he though?
That's dumb. Yeah, I do like that Matt is actually like, I don't know. For a moment, Matt is like, no, that's stupid.
Yeah.
We're all partners. We're trying to help each other, whatever, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, he's like, we're all friends. And Cheiron's like, yeah, do you even believe in friends?
Yeah. Friends are stupid. And then Matt's like, maybe you're right, though.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, cool. Good job, Matt.
I feel like this is one of those moments where it's just like, like you look at it, it's just like, I can kind of see what they're going for. It's like, I feel like it is a good build-up. Because, like, this has been boiling for a while, and, like, yeah, he's just being the angsty teen he is and stuff, and just trying to, like, figure things out. Just, like, all that stuff. But it's at the same time, it's like, I feel like this scene kind of, like, works way better in, like, my memories than it does now, Because, like, I remember as a kid, it's like, I remember seeing this specific, like, episode, and it kind of, like, stuck with me, because, like, I didn't really know, like, what was going on, or, like, why he was like this, but, I definitely got the emotion. It's like, oh yeah, like, Matt's, like, upset, and, like, this, like, creepy older Digimon is, like, manipulating him into, like, this bad path. And he's just like, I really shouldn't, like, go down this road, but, like, I need to see where things lead, basically.
Yeah. I just, like I said, I appreciate the beginning part where Matt's like, that's stupid. You're stupid. I don't believe you. And then he just kind of throws it away and is like, you know what, though?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play into this Cherrymon's... Like he believes a certain bit of it to an extent where he in the previous episode he couldn't digivolve, or Gabumon couldn't digivolve because
because he was like,
oh, I don't have any friends or whatever.
Yeah, in the previous episode he was like putting TK before his friends, so like the friendship didn't activate. Like he lost the power of friendship, literally.
Yeah, and then he gets it back, and Gabumon goes Metal Garurumon, and it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But also, I'm still gonna go and like try to beat the crap out of Ty.
Yeah, because Gabumon's just straight up like, like whatever you decide, I'll like be right there by your side, and I don't like the idea of finding Ty, but like I'll trust your judgment because I believe in you.
Yeah.
So it's
Gabumon's being the good friend that Matt isn't.
Yeah, basically. So they have like this big sieve, and like you see like Cheiron's leaves like sweeping by, and like in the sub it's playing like oh 07 Try to Be Free or whatever the song's called, but it's like a slowed down like sad guitar version, and it's like really effective. In the dub they just have like the normal music thing going on, and it's like way worse.
I'm guessing this is theme of Matt, or does it play during other things?
I know it played before, but I think it played like in the dub or the sub.
Either way, in the Japanese version.
Yeah, in the sub.
The specific song you're talking about, because I'm pretty sure I heard it in the Filipino version.
Yeah, I don't remember when it like played before, but I know it played at some point. I think it's when they like like go to the real world or something.
Ah,
Or
I
I don't
was
know,
just saying.
it was something super early on.
Okay, I was just saying because it sounds like a very Matt song.
Yeah. Like, especially with like the guitar instrumentals and stuff, it's like it's very much like this is his moment, and it's like his big character thing. And it's like, it's one of those points where it's like logically, it's like, okay, why would you fight Tai though? But it's like emotionally, it's like, okay, like I kind of understand this at least, you know. And it's like very kind of clear where this is coming from, even though it's like, you know, doesn't really make like logical sense. I feel like
Yeah,
that's a good way to word it.
yeah. And then so they run off to fight the. So they run off, and Matt's like, "All right, I'm gonna go beat the crap out of Ty." And then we
Yeah.
cut back to Puppetmon attacking the kids.
Yeah, meanwhile, Puppetmon just sends like the black tri-stars after them from like
The
effing Gundam.
the what now?
Yeah, he just sends out like 3 Garbagemon, and they're totally meant to be a reference to the black tri-stars.
Oh,
Because
I don't know
there's,
what that is.
yeah, there's,
I was just in disbelief because I forgot that Garbagemon was a thing.
yeah.
I was like, "What the? Oh."
Yeah, there's just these 3 pilots who use like, I believe the mechs are called DOMs. And it's
Hmm.
like they're basically these like mechs that have like, you know, hover fans in their boots. So they like, you know, float around and they like fight with these big bazookas and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
It's, yeah, it's like a big thing that's like, you know, they'll like circle around their target and like, you know, have their big like jet stream attack where like they'll hide behind each other and stuff, you know.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
There's
so I'm
like,
guessing they've got really good teamwork or whatever.
yeah. It's like a big teamwork thing, and they have like a big like kind of joke where it's like the Gundam like steps on one of them and uses them as like a platform to kill another one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and there's
All
like,
right.
did you just step on me?
Super huge references all over the place.
Yeah. Like, I was sort of like, you know, not sure when I saw the dub, and I like saw the sub, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's totally intentional.
Yeah, because jumping ahead a little bit,
Yeah.
Lilymon fights them and totally footstools one of them to kill another
Yeah.
one.
It's like the effing, like, the garbage tri-stars just attack. And yo, they're just like firing their poo, everyone just runs off. Mimi is like a great moment where she's just done taking their shit, like literally.
Literally.
And
And so she
she just
catches one,
like, yeah, she just catches the poop attack and like
which raises the
throws it
question.
back at him.
Which raises the question: how dangerous is this attack actually?
Probably not very.
So you say that, but I actually looked into these guys because it's like, oh, I forgot that freaking Garbagemon is a thing. And so I looked it up, and it's like Garbagemon is probably the strongest, like filth type Digimon.
Wait, what? But he's
Yeah,
ultimate.
who would be a mega level filth? I guess Edamon or
Metalamon?
metal Edamon. Yeah, but like I don't know. I think it'd be like maybe the strongest of their lower tier counterparts.
Maybe.
Um,
Yeah, like, I imagine like Platinum Sucron would be stronger, or like, sorry, Platinum Numamon.
True. Um, there's also something I liked about their description, and it's Garbagemon is the sentient recycle bin on your computer.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's neat.
Yeah, there's like, yeah, that's why they have like the black hole in the thing, because it's just like an endless, like, yo, just thing to shove garbage into.
Exactly, and it's like, well, Sukamon is the garbage. Garbagemon is the garbage can.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, that's good. I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah. And it does mention that, yeah, their trash cans have like a black hole thing going on.
Yeah. But yeah, so they run away and they like, you know, come back with their champions and they ambush the garbage mon. It's not enough to take them out, but boy do they try.
Yeah, their efforts yield a big like mushroom cloud.
Yeah.
but the garbage man get away anyways.
So there's like, they like send out the ultimates. There's like a goofy scene where like, he shoots the like poop blast out, and like Mel Greymon shoots this big shark nuke, and you see the two attacks just colliding in the air, and the poop just bounces off.
Because of course it does.
I think it like hits Puppetmon too somehow.
Yeah, it splats him in the face.
And that's why Puppetmon doesn't kill them, because he has to leave to wash it off.
Yeah. I think they fight the garbage mon for a little longer, but yeah, eventually it cuts the Puppetmon in a stream. And he's like, I'm gonna kill those stupid garbage mon.
Yeah. It's like you have the big jet stream attack where it's like, like one rushes out and like, Pixiemon like dodges his attack, he's getting ready to fight, or she's getting ready to fight, and like a Norm pops out behind them, and there's a Norm behind them, and she like does the big steps on one, and uses him as like a step ladder to kill another one.
Yeah, Lilymon, by the way.
Yeah, Lilymon, right? Yeah. I always confuse the two because she totally does look like a pixie, like straight. Yeah,
it's understandable.
Like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense, because in the Japanese, like, it's not Pixiemon, it's like Picomon or some crap.
Yep.
Yeah, alright. But yeah, so, like, they beat the Garbage-mon, and, like, they try to suck up effing, like, Mel Greymon with this black hole garbage can, which they could just top out of, by the way.
Yeah, the garbage can's not part of their body. They can just hop out of it.
Well, as it just appears, that, like, weirdly unsettling that they leave the garbage can.
It's really weird to see them out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, there's, like... Yeah, they're, like, getting sucked up or more, and, like, Melgarumon shows up and just blasts into, like, next week, basically. So, like, Matt just shows up, and he's just like, oh, hey, like, like, fight me, Tai, like, digivolve your Digimon. And Tai's just like, no, I don't wanna.
What are you talking about, Matt? That's stupid.
Yeah, he's like, we can't be fighting each other. We have to, like, fight the bad guys to, like, avenge our friends' memories and stuff.
And then Melgarumon just like, okay, I'm gonna fire eye lasers at Agumon.
Yeah, Melgarumon just has, like, eye lasers. And he, like, shoots some missiles off, too. Like, I forget what they say in the dub, like, in the dub it's like smack talk or more, but in the sub, like, Tai says this isn't like you, and Matt just, like, coyly just, like, has this big smug on his face, and he's just like, well, how do you know what I'm like if I don't even understand?
Yeah, in the version I watched, he's like something like, he's like, oh, you know everything, don't you, Tai? Or I don't know, I can't remember.
Yeah, he's like, you know everything about me, don't you? How could you know? I don't even know what I'm like. But yeah, like, essentially he's had his big, like, like, teenage midlife crisis moment where he's just like, I need to, like, make sure I'm, like, better than Tai and, like, prove myself to him. He's like, I need to, like, just see which of us is stronger for myself, basically. So yeah, like, just hard cut to, like, Cherrymon, who's just like, oh yeah, hey, like, I got those two kids to fight each other. But, you should be careful, like, they have, like, a good bond with their Digimon. It's, like, kind of dangerous. And I think it's, like, at some point mentions that, like, Puppetmon doesn't have a heart. But, like, yeah, this bond is, like, clearly, like, a heart to them or something. Just something of that nature.
In the version I watched, he says something like, they have something you don't have, or whatever.
Yeah, he specifically says, like, they've got something you don't. He's implying, like, oh, they've got heart and stuff, and they have, like, they have their friends. And Puppetmon's like, what are you saying? And he's like, you called me weak? And Puppetmon just murders Cherrymon out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's like, how dare you imply that they're better than me?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you don't get to call me weak. And I'll, like, show you.
Blows him away.
Oh, man.
So much for experience being the deciding factor in how strong a Digimon is.
Yeah.
Supposedly Cherrymon's like way older than Puppetmon.
Cherrymon's also an ultimate.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Like, you have a new Mega, it can be an ultimate. But, like, if you're 5 Megas, then you need the stats, man. You need the levels.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they go off. So, yeah, like, Puppetmon's like, alright, I'm gonna, like, just watch the show, basically. And, like, in the dub, we cut right as, like, effing, like, War Greymon evolves and he's about to fight.
Oh,
It's
really?
like, oh, that's such a bad point for it. Yeah, the sub, it's just like, it's like before he digivolves, so it's like, alright, that's a bit better, because, like, that's where Matt's confronting the group. This is where the episode should cut off.
Yeah. It's fine, though, because we're jumping right into the next one anyways.
Yeah, episode 45. So, like, I think this kind of made me realize something. It's like, it's kind of those obvious things you don't really take notice of until you really think about it. It's the, like, yeah, the Digimon are kind of, like, representations of, like, their trainers, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, obviously, like, you can, like, infer things about their characters from, like, how their Digimon, like, act and how they react to it and stuff like that.
Well, they're compatible with their partners for a reason.
Yeah, I'm talking out from, like, just, like, a meta perspective, right? Just, like, in the same way that it's like, oh yeah, if someone's potting a mecha, like, they are that mecha. Like, it's a representation of them.
Oh, because they're both fighting each other at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. And it's like, oh yeah, like, Matt's whole character arc is that, like, he needs to realize that, he understood friendship all along and he didn't need to change, but, he's trying to force a transformation anyways when, like, his best form is just being himself. Like, that's essentially what this is, right? As
Sure.
realized, it's like, oh, is that why Melgarumon goes back to being a quadruped? Because it's
No.
like, yeah, because Garumon's like, the representation of Matt, and, like, that's sort of like his quote-unquote true form. So it's like he can change out of that, but, like, that's always gonna be where he's at his best, basically.
No. You're overthinking this.
I probably am.
It's just how they designed him.
Like,
I highly doubt there's any deeper meaning than that.
so here's the thing. Like, I'm not claiming it's intentional by, like, any stretch, but, like, I kind of do like that reading. That it's like, that's sort of like what that's meant to be about. Well, I guess, like, not meant to be out, but just, like, that's a way to, like, interpret it, I should say.
I guess.
I don't know. Just sort of wanted to, like, throw that out there, because I thought it was, like, a cool idea.
Okay.
That it's like, oh yeah, the, like, strongest version of, like, the representation of Matt is the one where he's, like, going back to how he was before, basically.
Okay, but the most common form, which is a rookie form, is a biped.
Yeah, but that's not what he really fights in all the time. Yeah, so... Anyways...
So Metal Garurumon and War Greymon are fighting in the air.
Yeah. Like, there's fighting in the air, like, Ty and Matt are fighting on the ground.
Yeah, I can't remember how it happens, but Ty, like, sucker punches Matt.
Yeah.
Or no, I think Matt sucker punches Ty?
No, like, Ty makes, like, the first move because Matt's, like, goading him on.
Oh, yeah. Ty.
Yeah.
Matt's like, oh, yeah, what now? And Ty's like, bam.
Yeah. And they, like, of course they heavily censor it in the dub because, like, violence bad.
Sure. Because they go full on, like, knockout, drag out brawl.
Like, they cut it, like, right as the fist goes flying, like, right before it makes contact.
Yeah,
But
because it
it's
would
like,
be really hard to edit around this scene and still have it make sense.
yeah. But it's like, I remember as a kid just being like, holy crap, they're punching the crap out of each other. I just filled in the gaps anyways.
Yeah. I like the point where Ty is just like, Ty is so sick of this. Because Matt's been acting like this from the beginning, pretty much.
Yeah, Ty,
So
like,
it's like, this one's for Waymon, and this one's for Pixie-mon, and this one's for... He's just
yeah.
throwing punches for each person that died for them, and it's like, nice.
Like, in the sub, Ty's just like punches him out, and Matt's just like, hey, what the heck? And, Ty's like, do you know why I did that? And Matt's like, so you do want to fight after all? And he's like, no, he's just like, just like the fist fight. Ty just punches him out. He's like, yeah, this is like the punch for like Waymon who died for us. This is like a punch for all our fallen friends. And it's like, dang.
And I don't know, it just feels good watching Matt get the crap knocked out of him for a little bit.
Yeah, like Ty's got him on the ground. He just like grabs him by like the shirt, just awkwardly through his shirt hole, through like his sleeve, or like his sleeveless area.
Matt like judo flips Ty.
Yeah. It's just like, you have to stop this crap. We can't be divided like this. It makes no sense. And Matt's like, no, screw you.
Yeah, and the Mimi goes off crying because that's what she does in these scenes.
And like Joe like goes off somewhere. Like, I think Gomamon gets offended by like Gatomon or something.
I think he's like, we gotta help them, and Gatomon's like, what are we supposed to do?
And Goemon's like, no, like, you explain yourself, and like goes crawling off after her.
Yeah. Or Gatomon says something like, oh, we just gotta let him go.
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't care about what's going on? And she's like, even if I did, what would you want us to do?
Like, honestly, Gaumon's got like a point. Except for the fact that like Puppetmon's waiting for them to be weakened by this.
Yeah. Also, the kids could have their Digimon evolve and try to stop it. I know they can't go Mega, but they wouldn't want to hurt the others, so it's not like they'd like destroy them.
Well, I don't know. We don't know what they do. Like, Matt's clearly not in the right mindset right now.
Sure, but Gabumon's just Metal just doing it because Matt wants him to. But like even then, he would be like, I can't.
And I could see a situation where it's like someone tries to get in the fight and they get like injured at least, like not like like destroyed, but like they get like wounded or something. And that becomes like a thing, right?
Yeah. Still, it would stop the fight.
I mean, maybe.
Probably.
Hopefully.
I don't know. I'm just making assumptions at this point.
Yeah.
And then some really weird bullcrap happens.
Yeah, this is like bizarre because this is like what the series has been building to, and Gaomon does have a point. Like they should like work this out. Like they need to get this out there.
Yeah.
But it's like the fights are erupted because like Kari.
There you go.
Kari sees some like sparkles in the forest and it just like takes them to this magical like white room that like conveniently de-digivolves like both the megas.
And envelops like the entire forest.
Yeah, but not Puppetmon.
Yeah, Puppetmon just gets blasted away.
And it's just like, oh yeah, there's like weird, like this digital being is talking through Kari. And they're just like, yeah, we are like the data beings that like, exist outside of Digimon, because digital people are just like a wide thing now. It's not just Genai. And there's like, oh yeah, we've been looking for the chance to like stop evil as it like starts surging up to maintain the balance of the universe.
Yeah, by the way, real quick, part of Matt's complaint at the beginning of the series of episodes is, who the heck chose us? Why are we doing this? Are we doing it for them, or are we doing this for ourselves, or because we feel like we have to?
And now we get answers.
Yeah, And so we're in a scene where there's a bunch of hooded figures doing stuff.
Yeah.
Specifically, I guess they're like doing research on digi eggs and the digivices and whatnot.
Yeah, this is where things kind of like go off the rails a bit, I feel like.
Yeah. I'm getting ahead of myself. First it shows all the kids where they used to live watching Parrotmon fight Greymon
Yeah. I never really
in the
put
real world.
together that this was like, like the movie thing, you know?
This is a scene from the movie.
Yeah. Like, not from the movie, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the movie.
But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, like, a Digiegg slipped through to the real world for some reason, and like, Tai made it Digivolve. And that's why, like, all the kids who were there that day were, like, chosen. And they all happened to go on the same summer camp journey at the same time.
They were digi-destined.
They're Digi-destined to do it.
Yeah. So, but honestly, the thing inside Kari is like, we don't actually know.
Yeah, you just have, like, something in common, but it's, like, hard to say. So we just, like, made these crests to respond to your, like, strongest attributes at the time.
Somehow we knew what those would be at the young age of like 5.
Yeah, we just scanned you all, and, like, we just came up with, like, a bunch of personality traits, which somehow includes light of all things for Kari.
Kari's a special case.
Yeah.
She was probably literally like prophecy style chosen.
Like, at that moment, Joe is just extra sincere, I guess.
Uh, Reliability.
The summit sincerity.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's a weird.
I guess Mimi was just extra pure at that moment.
Yeah. What? Who's reliability then, or is that just not a thing?
I think it's Joe. Wait.
Well, I mean in the original, because you said he's sincerity.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and the original reliability is not a thing, because, like, they replace it with purity.
Right, okay. Oh, I remember, okay.
Yeah, alright, yeah. And, like, I
So
guess Sora was just like, eh.
she loved her mother at the time? I don't know.
Yeah, that actually would make sense. Because I think that was before the big soccer thing, wasn't it?
I think Sora was a little older in that scene, so yeah, maybe.
Yes, that does weirdly kind of add up, actually. Because, like, that'd be like, oh, yeah, this is back when I loved my mom, and she has to, like, learn to love her mom again to access her powers.
Yeah. The thing with Kari is, like, I think the writers had bigger plans for her.
Oh, yeah, probably.
It's like, oh, she's the chosen child of light. It's, like, special and whatever. And there's a later episode where things happen, but doesn't lead to anything, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
but Kari gets the scene where it's like, oh yeah, this child was willing to accept me so I could talk to you and whatever, and so they get their little flashback scene to explain how they were chosen.
Yeah, so the little scene is just like, oh hey, look, we like have everyone's Digieggs right here. And it's like, oh yeah, alright. So like look the eggs and there's like, yep, yeah, those are the things. And suddenly like Piedmon just attacks.
Piedmon just kicks down the door with his death army.
Yeah, it's like army of Garchomon and like what was it, like Mechacorimon or something?
Mechanorimon.
Mechanorimon, right, yeah. Which are apparently just like mobile armors like piloted by ghosts.
Yeah, I looked into them because I was like, I forgot these existed. What is up with these? And
yeah.
It's classified as a Digimon, but it's a vehicle.
Yeah, so it's like Submarimon, I guess.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily piloted by Bakemon, even though that's what we see.
Yeah.
The Wikipedia page just says that it's piloted by smaller Digimon.
Yeah, I guess it would be piloted by, like, pretty much anything concerning what happens. Because,
Yeah.
like, Jai just shows up to, like, fight Piedmon with a sword.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, alright. Where
It's like,
friggin' go can I?
it's like, oh, that's cool. And then he Grand Theft Autos a Bucketmon out of his mech suit and just takes
Yeah.
off with the eggs.
Like, after Piedmon shoves some, like, black orb thing in his back. And
Oh
I don't
yeah.
remember what that's about at all.
Oh yeah, we don't get an answer. That'll probably come later, I guess.
Yeah, I guess we'll figure it out eventually. Yeah, like, Piedmon shoves something into him, and he's like, oh crap, I have to, like, take the eggs and run. And he, like, grabs the Digi-Eggs and just flies off, but he does it kind of badly because he drops one. And that's how Gatomon died.
Yep.
I just realized, like, if you die as a Digi-Egg, like, if the egg gets smashed, do you just come back as a different Digi-Egg?
I feel like Digi-Eggs are just really resilient, probably.
Yeah.
Because it'd be redundant for the egg to break apart and then just immediately reform as an egg again. Because that's probably what would happen.
Like, if you're in the primary garden, like, you know, Puppetmon just smashes an egg. Does it just, like, he lifts up his hammer, it's just a different egg now?
Well, we know... I doubt it would be a different egg, because they always come back... usually they come back as the same Digimon.
Alright, so maybe it actually did crack, and, like, it just came back.
Maybe. The reincarnation thing can be screwed with, though. We see it in Digimon Frontier.
Oh yeah, like, I should mention, it's like, because they say, like, yeah, your strongest traits are ones from, like, back when you were a kid. But if you corrupt that trait, you'll, like, get a bad evolution.
Oh yeah, and it cuts back to Greymon turning into Skull Greymon.
Yeah, and Tai says, like, I guess that was the wrong kind of courage then.
Or wasn't courage at all.
Yeah, I think in the sub he specifically says it was the wrong kind of courage.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's like foolishness and stuff, like, you know, like heroicness, basically.
It's reckless courage.
Yeah, that's totally it. So they, like, have the wrong evolution because it's, like, you know, the wrong courage powering it. It's like you're getting the energy, but it's not the right kind. So yeah, they, like, go out and they're like, yo, see, they're like, oh yeah, Gamon's egg just gets dropped, and that's why Gamon was alone. And, like, all the other Digimon just, like, you know, just came out and they, like, hatched, and they're all just happy together. And then 5 human years pass. Which must be, like, effing, like, 1 year 30 in, like, Digimon World or some crap.
Yeah, it'd be a long time. Also,
that'd be, like, a stupidly long time.
Yeah, the animation for this is the Digimon are just, like, throwing the Digivices in the air, like, yay, and saying the kids' names, and then they just vanish at some point. And they're just like, huh? And then the kids fall out of the sky.
Yeah, let's pan it away where it's like, oh yeah, they're in training, and, like, you know, the kids just appear. But it's like, Digimon time is weird, as we've, like, established. Because, like, 1 day is, like, months. So it's like, you know, let's do the math real quick. Let's, you know, math sucks, let's do the math.
We don't know the actual time frame, though.
Let's say it's, like, it's at least a month. Because, like, I know they saw as, like, you know, like, over a month when, like, Tai left them or whatever. I probably have, I'm, like, in my notes somewhere, but I'll just have to, like, find it later. So, like, that's 1 day is, like, equal to, let's say, like, 30 days, roughly. Yeah, just around it. Yeah, just about, like, 30 days. It's like, what? It's like 5 years times 30. It's, well, like, that's 150 years. Like, it would have to be.
Yeah, but the Digimon probably just don't really age.
Koromon has been in training for 150 years. Holy crap. Like, it probably took a while for the eggs to hatch. That's kind of nutty.
Well, Jedi was with them. He probably helped speed it up.
Maybe. I know Jai looks pretty old himself. Like, I'd believe he's like 150 digi-years.
Could be. Age might not actually matter to him either.
Like the Black Ball could have done or something, I know. But yeah, so it's just like, oh yeah, that's how you got your Digimon. Everyone goes back to the real world and there's like, okay, cool. I guess we know now that, like, Piedmon is like, has been a mega for over 150 years. He is effing ancient and we can't kill him.
Yeah, this also brings up the point that the Dark Masters were around, apparently. They just weren't doing anything while Devimon was trying to take out the kids.
Like Devimon and Edamon and Myotismon.
Yeah, so the real explanation is the Dark Masters probably weren't a thing at the time.
Yeah. So, like, I feel like maybe it was like, oh, Dark Masters is like, oh yeah, Piedmon, these Gardramon. And, like, overall that time he's been, like, gathering these other megas. Because, like, megas are just so super rare that, like, that would probably take a while, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like that at least kind of does make a bit more sense or something. That, like, he just wait till there's, like, 4 of them to, like, actually fight the Digidestined.
I mean, I don't know. He probably should have just attacked them, considering they didn't even know what a mega was at the time.
Yeah, I know. Like, he's probably just, like, getting power to, like, just form Spiral Mountain for where the heck that's about. Because that's definitely gonna be something. I don't know what the heck it's gonna be, but something.
I don't remember.
Because, like, there's, like, oh yeah, the date is, like, going up to Spiral Mountain. That has to, like, mean something or other. There's no way that's just, like, a throwaway thing. Not unless they, like, really screwed up. But yeah, Soren's just like, alright, yeah, we have, like, all the answers now. Every last one of them. Except for those ones.
Yeah, well, they get back, and Ty's like, they're mad. Is that good enough for you? He's like, yeah, I'm leaving.
Yeah. Matt's just like, I have to, like, discover my own friendship and, like, figure things out a bit, and I can't do that while around everyone else. And Joe's like, wait, but you're Cress's friendship. And he's like, yeah, I know. I still, like, figure out what that means on my own.
Look, man, I gotta find myself.
Yeah, I gotta just, like, just, like, have a big journey, bro. That's totally fine, man. Just gotta, like, take a bit to, like, just find my center, you know? So there's like, alright. And, like, Mimi's just sitting there just like, nah, I can't do this. Like, this is just too much. I'm just, like, a random effing, like, child. And, like, people are dying and this is just, like, a lot. So Joe's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna, like, stay with Mimi. Because shipping?
No.
Nah.
Joe stays with Mimi because he's a good person.
Yeah, because he's a good person. But yeah, they have been getting some play with that recently. Like, between this and Scorpiomon. But yeah, so he's just like, yeah, I'll just stay behind because, you know, like, we have to have something of, like, the Dark Master's attack. So yeah, Ty just splits off. And he's just like, yeah, I'll, like, you know, figure this out too. He's like, yeah, we'll do something and, like, we'll just meet up with Matt again one day, I guess.
Matt's like, I will discover what it means to be a good friend without any friends.
Exactly.
Except for Gabumon.
Except for Gabumon, he's cool.
Gabumon counts.
Yeah, Gabumon's a cool friend. He's a cool guy. So yeah, like, I like, you know, kind of, like, the conflict that, like, they're setting up here. Like, the big thing of, like, you know, the fight and all that stuff. But it's like, that just ends, and it's just super anticlimactic. And it's like, alright.
Yeah, the way the fight gets interrupted is really strange.
Yeah, it kind of blows, honestly. Like, I kind of want there to be some winner, or some twist, or something, other than just like, oh, they just have to stop now.
Who wins the fight isn't actually important.
Nah, but like, the resolution is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fight was stupid to begin with.
I don't know, I really like the build up to it. Cause like, it's not like working on like logic, but it's like, just hitting all those big emotional beats, right? And just really just like making it work through that way, I think.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a very character driven moment. But yeah, so the group starts falling apart and stuff, and they just split up. There's just like in the dub, there's this random of narration where the narrator is just like, "Is Gaomon right, or is this the end of the Digidestined?"
The answer's no.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I wonder. Like, are they ever going to get back together again in this show about the power of teamwork? So yeah, like, honestly, like, outside of how bullcrap like that random exposition dump was, just being there of all places, I really like these episodes.
It is kind of annoying how many times the person controlling Kari has to remind them that the people they're seeing are illusions.
Yeah, because there's like, oh no, we have to like witness this. It's like they're holograms. It's fine. This is the past.
Yeah, but the Digimon and the kids are like, no, we gotta help. We gotta stop it. Oh no, the crests. We gotta
They're
stop
shooting
them.
the
Like,
holograms.
yeah, yeah. And the whoever it is in Kari is like, they're not real.
No,
Stop.
just stop. No, like what the heck? Like me. He's trying to like talk with one. It's like they can't respond. It's no, don't like. They like this. Look over. Joe's like, maybe if I fill with this machinery, it's like you can't just stop that. It's not real. Like, you see Izzy, he's just like, if I get a second crest, it's more power. It's like, no, the crest isn't there. Come on, guys.
Does Izzy say that?
No, I'm just making a thing of it.
Okay.
Ty just tries to like tackle one of the holograms. It's like, Ty, what the frick are you even doing? You can't, man.
Gotta help them. Can't. They're not real.
He's like, more Greymon, dude. It's like, just stop. You're gonna blow up the stinking lab.
Well, they can't because it's also not real.
I'm playing Shield. I somehow understand what you guys are talking about.
Huh?
Just a random comment from like, yo, Yoshi.
Oh, what'd she say?
Meanwhile, I'm playing Shield. I somehow understand what you're talking about.
Oh, have you watched Digimon?
Oh man. So yeah, this sort of like just go off and like, that's just the end of it, I guess. I really like the Puppet Mod stuff. The gun crap was great. TK needs more guns. I feel like that's my final thought. Just TK needs more assault weapons.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Matt's a punk.
Alright, that'll be it. I guess I'll see you guys around later.
Later.